The Sith have been around for a long time, thousands of years in fact, and today I'll be pinpointing and summarizing the best from the time periods of the Ancient Sith, the Old Republic, the Clone Wars, the Galactic Civil War, and even the one Sith reign under Darth Krayt decades after the Battle of Endor. Let me know which of these you agree and disagree with today, and I suppose our real question of the video is whether or not any of these will be taking Papa Palpatine's spot or not.
No.
Starting with Marka Ragnos, the Sith Empire, later known as the Old Sith Empire or Original Sith Empire, was a wealthy and powerful empire in the Outer Rim established by Dark Jedi who were banished from the Galactic Republic after their defeat at the Battle of Korbos at the end of the 100-Year Darkness. Marka Ragnos was a male, half-breed Dark Lord of the Sith who lived during the time of the First Sith Empire, born long before 5100 BBY, and around that same year dueled Sith Lord Simus for control of the Dark Lord of the Sith title and control of the Sith Empire. Ragnos defeated Simus, who was beheaded in the battle with the other aspiring Dark Lord. Ragnos lived for over 100 years, growing in power, putting his adversaries against each other, and ensuring that there was no threats to his throne. Ragnos lived on as a Force ghost after his death, trapped within the confines of his tomb in the Valley of Dark Lords on Korban. 1,000 years after the Dark Lord's death, Exar Kun summoned Ragnos from his grave through the use of talismans. Ragnos crowned Exar Kun as the new Dark Lord, with Ulic Quel Droma as Kun's apprentice, as an attempt to resurrect the lost empire thousands of years prior. Next up is Darth Nihilus, and for his origins on the planet of Malachor 5, he survived the activation of the Mass Shadow Generator superweapon during the war's final battle at the planet of Malachor 5, which surrounded the planet with a destructive spatial phenomenon known as a Mass Shadow. Experiencing the shadow that obliterated almost everything and everyone around the planet made Nihilus crave Force energy. The affliction painfully ravaged his body while rendering him a wound in the Force, and he then became the Lord of Hunger after he was found by Darth Traya and trained and created a Sith triumvirate between him and also the apprentice Darth Sion, as well as their master Darth Traya. So after becoming the Lord of Hunger, the apprentices grew in strength throughout their training and eventually overpowered their master. Sion defeated Traya while Nihilus sapped her energy. The two Sith then combined power to sever her connection to the Force and sent her into exile. Nihilus's affliction developed to the point where the Dark Lord was forced to call upon the dark side of the Force to encase his spirit within his mask and armor to stay alive. He and Sion then began a Jedi purge, causing the virtual extinction of the Jedi Order. Nihilus was responsible for the devastation of the planet Qatar in 3952 BBY, killing and absorbing the Force energy of the Jedi at the Conclave on Qatar, along with every other living thing on the world, save one Miralaka woman named Visas Mar, and then she would become his apprentice, leading to his eventual death later on. So, next up is Palpatine. I also want to mention that Darth Plagueis is pretty powerful as well, but I didn't think that it would make sense to really put him here, as this is kind of in the same era, unless I wanted to do High Republic as well, and then I'd say Darth Plagueis gets that, but I don't even know how I feel about the High Republic yet. I kind of prefer the Legends stuff for the most part. Anyway, Expanded Universe. Sheev Palpatine, Darth Sidious, also simply known as the Emperor, was a male human Dark Lord of the Sith and Emperor of the Galactic Empire, with his reign lasting from 19 BBY to 4 ABY, rising to power in the Galactic Senate as the Senator of Naboo. The secretive Sith Lord cultivated two identities, Sidious and Palpatine, using both to further his political career and deceive his way into accomplishing his goal. Next up, for the era of the Galactic Civil War, obviously it would also be Palpatine, but I'm actually going to go with Darth Vader here just to mix it up a little bit, and being the Emperor's fist and acting as a de facto commander-in-chief of the Imperial military despite not holding a military rank, Vader enforced the rule of the New Order as the Emperor's Sith apprentice throughout most of the Imperial era. In the aftermath of killing Kenobi in their rematch at the Battle of Yavin in 0 BBY, he discovered the existence of his son and was determined to turn Luke to the dark side. Now really, Darth Vader isn't all that powerful once he got his armor. I mean, he definitely is, especially in Legends and stuff, but the biggest thing here was Nightfall Vader, which is him right before he got his suit, when he was technically full potential and turned to the dark side as Anakin. So he was definitely the most powerful there, as we see when he completely slaughters the Jedi Order and Separatists, and does insanely well against Obi-Wan as well, if not for Obi-Wan knowing his fighting style like the back of his hand. Now with Darth Krayt, he was the character we're going to be using for the sort of era after the Galactic Civil War. And Darth Krayt was once a Tusken Raider Jedi that survived Order 66, and later after Endor became the founder and leader of the One Sith during the period of the Vong invasion. He kept the existence of his rebuilt Sith Order hidden from the Jedi for a century by cloaking their presence on Korriban. At one point in 44 ABY, he emerged to fight alongside Luke Skywalker against Abeloth. To survive, the Dark Lord spent many years in stasis before re-emerging to form an alliance with Moff Kalaikst, and to spark the Sith Imperial War that led to the destruction of the Galactic Federation of the Free Alliances. At the climax of the war, he deposed Emperor Rowan Fel and attempted to destroy the new Jedi Order as well. Darth Krayt ruled the galaxy with an iron fist for 7 years before the alliance between rightful Emperor Rowan Fel and Galactic Alliance Admiral Gar Stazai threatened his unsurpassed rule. Furthermore, Krayt discovered the existence and survival of a Skywalker, that being Cade. Krayt feared that with these deteriorating conditions and his bad health would lead to his demise before his dream was finished, and sent about the hunt for Cade Skywalker. However, during a skirmish on Had Abaddon, Krayt was stabbed, electrocuted, and sent hurtling off of a cliff. The Sith Lord's powers proved strong, however, when they saved his life. Darth Krayt was then approached by Darth Wirelock, his most trusted advisor, who murdered Krayt, believing the dead Lord would lead to the Sith Order's destruction. But anyway, that's it for this video. Let me know what you thought about this sort of format, talking about Sith from each era. Let me know if I should do a version where I talk about the most powerful Jedi, and then I could do bounty hunters or Mandalorians or anything like that. I think those would all be pretty cool. Just depends on how well this video does. If it gets 2,000 views, not going to be too tempted to do that, but if somehow you can get this to 10,000 views, then I would certainly consider it. Now also make sure to get ready for the merch drop coming in early April, as well as some big videos here and there soon. I upload multiple every week. I also am going to be doing shorts every single day now if I can. Also, for only $2.99 you can become a member and get members only what ifs every single Wednesday, and also get to decide what the next what if I get to do is. That being said, the 3 that we have so far is what if Darth Vader got hungry and ate the Death Star, what if clone troopers were force sensitive, and what if the Tusken Raiders came back and had revenge on Anakin. Let me know if you'd like to see any of those, and you can watch all of them now for $2.99 plus all those other benefits. But yeah, see ya.